And welcome back to the show. CNN.com has just released its list of the best small cities to live in, and Ames, Iowa made the list. At number 53, it's the only town in Iowa to make the list, but we're ranked behind a bunch of cities I've never heard of, like Gilbert, Arizona, and Longmont, Colorado. Our producer is actually from Arizona, and he tells me that Gilbert is just a hole inhabited by Mormons. Either way, we're overshadowed by other Midwestern towns. For example, 7 cities in Minnesota appear on the list before Ames does. Are all those crappy suburbs really better than us? Probably. Jimmy Fallon took over the late night slot this week with his new and extremely creative titled show, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Fallon is known for his time on Saturday Night Live and for some great movies. He also put out this comedy album, and we're not going to listen to that either. But I'm guaranteeing you it's so good. All right, well, Conan O'Brien will be filling the shoes at The Tonight Show, replacing Jay Leno. To celebrate the event, O'Brien auctioned off his part of the set. The new Tonight Show will be shot in California and will have an even more familiar face, Andy Richter. Andy will be joining Conan as a comedic punching bag. Conan commented that he's excited to have Andy back and that fat son of a bitch owes him $300. Insurance giant AIG will be bailed out yet again by the government, this time in the tune of $30 billion. It's another attempt to stabilize a company that's recently announced quarterly losses of around $60 billion. This marks the 4th time AIG has been bailed out since September. It's obviously working. So let's see, that's $700 billion for the first financial bailout, $30 billion to the auto industry, $800 billion for the economic stimulus package, and another 30 here or there, probably a couple hundred more, I can't remember. I haven't seen this much money thrown around since the last time I was drunk at the lumberyard. Her name was Candy, and if you saw her jubblies, you'd understand. Don't fall in love, guys. Don't fall in love. A proposed state law would make adults who allow their children to access porn guilty of child abuse. In other news, children are now okay with being abused. It's official. Now more than half of the world owns a cell phone. The United Nations reported that over 60% of the world's population is now connected via ear and mouth syndrome. May I just say that I hope these things really don't give you brain tumors. We've already seen the effects on Senator McCain. And oh my God, they are not good. What really baffles me is the UN's report on the ICT, or the Information and Communications Technology. The US slipped 6 spots all the way down to 17th place. Now, America, I will not stand for this. We need to gather the middle school girls of the land. Band together. I'm not going to lose to the Swedes? Oh, I want you to text and MySpace your little hearts out. But do so with caution, as we've all seen what can happen on To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen.
We began our investigations into online sexual predators. We knew it was an important story, and we knew it would be eye-opening. We knew people would say, oh my gosh, this is really going on.
I gotta ask, you still gonna be up for tonight?
We'll see.
So how can I help you? Rabbi David Kay. He was indicted, and he is coming at me because he wants it. He's not even thinking that, we could have 1 million copies of it already.
Oh, you don't want it. You want to touch it. You don't want it. You've got to stop this. Sit down.
It's at that point that Ron Knight, our security man, steps in, and he leaves. That was tense, but at the moment, I really didn't think I was, facing, any great danger.
City of Boone is looking to merge its police and fire departments as a way to make for budget cuts. Firefighters don't seem to like the idea, but let's think about this for a second. What if we merge the 2 most manliest positions into one, creating a police-firefighter hybrid with the power of 2 mustaches? But if Boone was smart, they would drop their police and their fire departments and simply hire RoboCop. The town of Sac City tried to get back its record for the biggest popcorn ball Saturday. The Sac people rolled the 5,000-pound ball, which is made of 1,500 pounds of popcorn, 2,400 pounds of sugar. I like that. The new ball will be kept in the Sac City Museum. Now, with all this talk of sacks and balls, surely there's got to be a sex one somewhere. Isn't there? Sacks and balls? We're taking the high road on this one, folks. Think of all the poor, starving kids in Africa whose lives could have been saved with that ball sack city. You guys are heartless, selfish bastards. Tonight's preliminary election results for the candidates for GSB president were decided. An upset victory saw the rise of a dark horse candidate at the last day of elections. The new GSB president hails from the College of Design and will rip your arms out of your sockets if you provoke him. He does promise to make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs and put a pencil sharpener in every classroom. Isn't a parsec a measure of distance, not time? Whatever. A new